Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now it has been quite a long time since the last video on the channel. I do apologise for that. It's been hectic with work and my sleep schedule has been total whack because work's been starting 5 AM in the morning, finishing about just after lunch, and when I get home I'm like exhausted, and then I say right, I'll record in the afternoon, in the evening time, and I fall asleep by like 7-8 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? But we're back now because we've got a few days off. We're going to smash out some recordings, and today we're going to start off with the PIDA Season 4 team overview for the season. Now, when I uploaded the announcement video a few weeks ago, it did really well. So you guys obviously seem to enjoy PIDA content. So I'm going to go over my team right now, my current squad of 12, and hopefully you guys can help me decide whether to re-roll mons or what funky sets I can bring and whatnot for each meta we have this season. So on last Tuesday, which is going to be about a week before this gets uploaded, because this is being uploaded on Tuesday, and did a live stream on Twitch. You should definitely go follow me on Twitch if you're not already. We try and stream at least once or twice a week. Definitely go check it out. But I did the live draft and I randomised everybody's teams, going through tier 1, do a snake format, and then back up doing tier 2, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so forth. And after all of that, each team had until the Sunday, so they had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to spend their tokens to re-roll whichever mons they wanted. So if you don't understand what I'm on about, go back and check out the announcement video, which will explain everything you need to know about this random wackiness league. Now, so pretty much I was first pick because I was the first person to sign up, because that's how it works. But because it's randomised, it doesn't really matter where you are in the draft. Really, it doesn't really matter because it's randomised. So if you're first, you've got more options of good stuff, but you've got more options of all the bad stuff. So it swings and roundabouts, really. It is swings and roundabouts. But I should have really got up what my team was before I did all my swaps. But here's hoping. But first up, our tier 1 option, which is practically the Uber on our team, is Ho-Oh. Now, I was really excited when I got Ho-Oh because I thought, Ho-Oh's bulky boy. It's got Regenerator. Absolutely fantastic. It's got 154 special defense. Special defensive wall. It's got 130 attack. Not too bad. Obviously it's fire flying, so rocks could be an issue, but heavy duty boots are now a thing, so we can work with that. We can definitely work with that. It's a physical attacker. It gets dual wing beat, earthquake, flame charge, flare blitz, iron head, rock smash, you know, all the moves. It gets the likes of roost, I think, as well. Obviously it gets roost. It gets defog, which is nice, one of our defog options. It gets will-o-wisp, it gets thunder wave. It gets all the it gets to play with different moves. I'm really excited to using it because you never really I'm never in like Uber's league, so it's very interesting to use Ubers because I barely ever use them. So I'm really excited to use Ho-Oh. Obviously with the different metas, Ho-Oh could be good, could be bad. Now week 1 we've got Camo Mons, which basically means whatever our moves in slot 1 and slot 2 will be the typing of our Ho-Oh. So we can change his typing. We don't have to be quad weeks to rocks for week 1, which is great. So, you know, we can play around that, definitely, for sure. And, well, our shiny Ho-Oh looks so good. Speaking of shiny Ho-Oh, as you're watching this, yesterday, oh, it doesn't really matter because I'm plugging from yesterday, but currently we're going to try and do some Heart Gold Soul Silver on Twitch. Plugging it anyway. So we've got Ho-Oh here. Hopefully it can do the most for us this season. Now for our tier 2 pick, our tier 2 spinning wheel, I think, I'm trying to remember backwards now, but we did have Rotom Wash in this slot. And I'm thinking, right, okay, we've already got other electric types on the team. We've got another bulky electric type on the team, and there's so much more better things in tier 2 than Rotom Wash than we did in the other tier for our other options. So I thought, makes the most sense to re-roll Rotom Wash and see what we get. We got Darkrai. Now basically, we've got 2 Ubers on our team because the way PIDA works is if someone got Darkrai like in Season 2 or Season 3 and they did really bad with it, it gets dropped down a tier. So someone obviously had Darkrai in like Season 2 or Season 3, didn't do great with it, so it's now in Tier 2, and now I've got the opportunity to pick it back up again, and if I do well with Darkrai, it'll move that back up to Tier 1. So, you know, we can play around. It obviously gets bad dreams, which is really good if we can put it to sleep. But the problem is, Darkrai is not as broken as it used to be because Dark Void is now not a thing anymore, apparently. Even though we're playing in National Dex rules, so it can learn all the cut moves as well. So it does get Dark Void, but it's 50% accuracy, which isn't great because Hypnosis has better accuracy than that. So, you know, we could play around with that. If we get like, I don't know, Hackmons or something, we could probably put, you know, one of the ones to get Spore. We could Spore with this and just do bad dreams. Because there's no sleep calls, we can just play around with that. We can slap bad dreams on, if we get almost any ability, we can put bad dreams on another mon, and so on and so on and so forth. So, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to try and, you know, play around with that if we can. Obviously, it's a very special attacker, 135. So we've got quite a mix. We've got a physical attacker in Ho-Oh so far, and we've got quite speedy, quite good Ubers. What special moves does Darkrai get? It gets obviously Dark Pulse for stab. It gets Ice Stab. Ice Stab. It could get Ice Stab in freaking. We get Spatial Rend. Since when did Darkrai get Spatial Rend? What is this? And Roar of Time. What is this? What does Darkrai get? Palkia and freaking Dialga's signature moves. What is this? Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Psychic, Thunderbolt. We can change all our typings this week. First week, which is fantastic. Also, we've got Snarl as well. Could be useful. What's his attack stat? 90. I mean, we could potentially run physical if we really wanted to, because it gets the likes of Fighting type Stab, Knock Off, Poison Jab, you know, Shadow Claw, Sucker Punch, X-Scissor. So we could, Phantom Force. You know, we could play around with Darkrai. Again, another mon which I've never used before. This is the beauty of PIDA. I'm using mons which I would never ever get the chance to use previously. So, looking forward to it. So we've got Ho-Oh Darkrai as our first 2 mons, which is kind of broken, not gonna lie. But in Tier 3, we have another legendary, another mon. We have Hoopa, not Unbound, regular Hoopa, which has 150 special attack, 130 special defense. So we've got special defensive bulky Ho-Oh, we've got speedy special attacking Darkrai, and we've got special attacking kind of special defensive bulky Hoopa with Magician, which personally for me, I really liked enjoying it on my Delphox in LTC. Plug. Speaking of LTC, I'll try and get my games up for that uploads as much as possible, but it's been hectic, so it might be a while for me to catch up. But I'm trying my best. There will be an LTC video this week, I do promise. But Hoopa, I'm really looking forward to Hoopa because again, I think I've only used it very briefly before in the past. Again, another mon which is quad week, but week 1 we've got Camo, so we can change our typing. So it does the best for that. Obviously it gets Calm Mind, Nasty Plot, which is nice, gets Trick Room, you know, all the stuff. Psych Up if we really want to, you know, change our moves. It's got quite a decent special attack stat, so we can abuse the likes of Shadow Ball, Psychic, Psyshock, Stab. We've got Focus Mist, we've got Energy Ball, we've got Dark Pulse, we've got Hidden Powers, we've got Signal Beams, we've got all the moves we can possibly use on Hoopa. Again, really excited to use Hoopa. Ben Hoopa is here. Hoopa, the confined Hoopa, is here for our Tier 3 option. Now, speaking before of the Rotom Wash we had in Tier 2, we have Magneton for our Tier 4 slot wheel. Now, Magneton is probably one of the better options in Tier 4, if I do say so myself. because what else was in tier 4? We had like Azelf, Azumarill went, Doublade went, Dragapult is gone in tier 4. I mean, I could have got Kyurem Black, Kyurem in tier 4, Medicham, one of Nido's, you know, Mega Scizor, Tapu Lele. There's some good options in tier 4, not gonna lie, but, you know, Magneton, really wanted a Steel type, you know, wanted the Electric type, Volt Switch him on, which was really crucial. Obviously, used Magneton before, it's a really good mod, really good. Again, very good special attacking option. So far we've got very special attacking fixed draft, but hopefully further down the line we've solved that issue. But not the fastest boys, but Eviolite can be very bulky, can be a defensive pivot to the team alongside Ho-Oh, you know, because whilst Magneton weak to fire and fighting and ground, which fire, fighting, ground, that's all it's weak to, right? Yeah, which again, Ho-Oh is immune to ground and resisted to fighting and resisted to fire, so it worked really well with each other. There's also having to water, electric, and rock, which we resist rock and electric. So, you know, we got some kind of like team chemistry so far. It's really hard to get team chemistry in a freaking randomized draft, but obviously it gets like the Thunder Wave, it gets Teleport. It does get Teleport. We can, you know, teleport down. We can eat up a hit, but why would you do that when we've got Volt Switch? Get the best out of it. We get Steel Beam, Tri Attack, you know, Thunderbolt. Doesn't get a plethora of moves, but it's a bulky boy who can be a defensive Volt Switch pivot, which can be really crucial on the team, depending on, like, you know, what meta we have again, because the metas are going to be really like crucial into what kind of month we're going to be good on the team, because obviously we've got spare tokens to respin depending on, like, we've got a good meta this week. This mon's not great in this meta. Let's re-roll it for something which will help us in that game. That's the way I go about the league, but other people just think, oh, I'm going to get the most broken team, don't care, I'm going to use all my tokens instantly, get the best team, and just sit there and do nothing. Sometimes it's better to keep your tokens to the side and just, you know, re-roll, keep your team refreshed every week. So, you know, you got to plan out your metas, you know, because we've got camo. I think we've got camo first 2 weeks. I think we do. We've got camo week 1 and we've got stab week 2. So, you know, we can probably change this typing, but again, physical type moves, not, we can change to a normal type, I guess. That's about it, because, or bog type, you know, because there's not much really else like special attacking wise Magneton gets, but hey ho, we've got AC/DC is in the building. Hopefully we can get some kills with it and, you know, bring it to tier 3 hopefully next season. Next up, we've got Weevil. Now, after my team was completed, I think I had Megazard X in this slot. Now, I re-rolled it because we need the speed. I already had a fire type in Ho-Oh, and I was like, okay, we've already got our fire core, part of our fire core in Ho-Oh. We need some speed, and I had to fit between that and that to re-roll. Now, Uber's tier has got some busted ass mons in it. It does, but it's also got the likes of Togekiss, Nihilego, you know, Hydreigon, all these powerful tier 2 mons which got moved up into Ubers because they did so well last season or the season before. Now, they're all in there with all the busted Pokemon, so people are thinking, right, okay, I'm not really going to use those anymore because they're all of the busted mons, but, you know, over time, they could, you know, they're probably not going to be drafted ever again. Because people are going to go, oh my god, I want to use that. I want to use Mega Mewtwo Y. I want to use Palkia. I want to use Rayquaza. I want to use Kyogre. You know, all these mons. So, you know, well, I'd best keep Ho-Oh and re-roll Megazard X to get some speed on the team. Because at that stage, I think my fastest mon was base 100, which was Megazard X, I think. So I thought, well, let's just try and re-roll some of our mons to try and get some more speed, which, well, I got Darkrai for Rosa Wash, Now we've got Weevil as well, which is another speedy boy. A physical option as well, which is very nice. Adds an ice type to our caliber as well, which is fantastic. Obviously gets ice shard. Another dark type. So fighting type is quite an issue right now, but we do have a resist and a mon which is immune to it so far, which is absolutely fantastic. So obviously gets a lot of priority with ice shard and fake out. Gets knock off, you know, low kick. You know what a Weevil does. It gets knock off. It's a speedy boy. Probably going to be running choice band or life orb most weeks. More than likely, depending on, you know, what do. Might even do a swords dance ice shard. Like swords dance speedy boy could just sweep some weeks. So Weevil's a fantastic option for that. I've used Sneasel a lot before. Weevil I've only used like occasionally. So again, I think Magneton's the only mon so far which I've used like a lot so far. So we look forward to trying out Weevil and see how it does in this season. Now next up in our tier 6 option we have Persimon. Now Persimon again was a fighting type. I wasn't sure about Persimon because I've looking at it and like, I mean it's a decent mon, but in tier 6 there's some better options with the likes of Alakazam, Mega Blastoise, Bruxish, Chansey, Flapple, Ditto, Mega Gyarados, freaking Porygon Z, Quagsire, Sableye, Swellow, Sylveon, Toxapex, Umbreon, Vileplume, Zarude, you know, all these interesting, better options than Persimon. But, again, what I use Persimon for, looking forward to using it. 120 attack, not too bad. 80 speed, not too bad. Gets Receiver, which could come in useful this season because there is options of having doubles and triple battles, so could come in clutch, you never know. Gets Defiant, which is very decent, especially when it comes against like Intimidate options with our opponents. Again, physical attacker with likes of, you know, it can get bulk up, set up, work up, set up, you know, do the most with that. Physical type moves it gets is like Acrobatics, which could come in useful. Gets Speedy, Acrobatics off, gets obviously Fighting Stab, gets Earthquake, gets Gunk Shot, gets Iron Head, gets Knock Off, Seed Bomb, U-Turn, you know, all these cool options. Obviously the Rugby Monkey is here. Shout out to Check My Ben, talking to Persimons. So yeah, really looking forward to using Persimon. Not really used it before again, so looking forward to using it, and that was our tier 6 pick. Now next up, the reason why we re-rolled that pesky Rotom Wash was because we have Vaporeon as our tier 7 wheel pick. Now, Bulky Water was I personally, Vaporeon is a better bulky water type than Rotom Wash because it gets Wish. That's all you need to know. And also, I already had Magneton, so I didn't really need electric water. And so I didn't need. The Rotom Wash was clashing types with Magneton and clashing types with Vaporeon. Didn't really need them both on the team. So I thought, let me reroll Rotom Wash with Vaporeon is a solid option. And with one of the lower tiers now, so Vaporeon is probably one of the better options in that tier, let's be honest. Because lots of people have got Barrel, Carnivine, Dragouge, Feraligatr, Gorbis, Hariyama. I mean, Mega Heracross is probably the better Mongol in this tier. Pelipper as well, Rillaboom, Rotom Frost. Once Fun DT, it's gone as well. Xurkitree in this tier. So a lot of good options in this tier, but we have a Wish support on the team, which is nice. We also have Bat and Pass as well. Now with PIDA, we can just, you know, Bat and Pass all our stats over, which is fantastic. We get Haze as well. We get Rain Dance, just to, you know, do the most if we really wanted to. Get Roar, we get Scold, obviously. We get Ice Beam. We get Weather Ball, which could come in useful. We can trap things with Whirlpool and be toxic, stally, annoying sets, especially defensive, bulky boy and Vaporeon. So we've got some good defensive, some good special defensive options on the team. So Vaporeon could definitely come in clutch. Because obviously we've got Camomons week 1, so don't have to be a water type. Depending on the matchup, we can change its typing and be, hello, we are now a, let's say, a fighting type, or a just a normal type, you know. Then that could be very useful. Or we can turn to like a ghost type. You never know. You never freaking know. We could come in useful, or even a poison type. That could be useful. That could be fun. But so we can't be toxic. Haha. Anyway, Vaporeon is here, doing the most. Hopefully it can, you know, be our wish support on the team. Now next up we have another fast boy, another interesting boy. We've got Salazal. Now I'm pretty sure I used Salazal in UCC before when Gen 7 first came out. So we started to use him again because obviously it gets corrosion, which could be very useful because if we get like Hackmons or anything goes or anything like that, we can put slip corrosion on someone else and go, ha 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 ha, my Vaporeon can now toxic your bulky Golbat, for example. And you can't really touch Vaporeon with this, so let me toxic you. Let me toxic your steel type, because I'm a water type, which has got a fantastic matchup against steel, and I can toxic store you as well. Win, win, win. So another fasty boy. We've got another fire type on the team, but you know, we didn't really have a poison type. It's quite fast. It gets a lot of cool moves. It gets Dragon Pulse. It gets Mud Slap. You know, evasion's not a thing in this league, so we can just Mud Slap everything. Doesn't really get good coverage of moves. Gets Stab plus Dragon type move. Stab obviously gets Dragon. Does it? I never knew it got Dragon Dance. Okay, that opens a lot of interesting things because it gets Scale Shot as well. Skitter Smack. Oh baby, we can play some fun with this. Poison Fan, Leech Life, Knock Off, Flame Charge, Dragon Claw, Acrobatics. Oh baby, shame we got 64 attack, but at +1, you never know. You absolutely never know. It could come in useful. You never know. We can Scale Shot up. Even though we're a speedy boy already, we can get even faster, outspeed your choice scouts on your team, and just, you know, kill you with fire / poison type moves. What could possibly go wrong with using this Salazal set? Looking forward to using Salazal again this season. Now, next up, we've got another boy who don't think I've ever used before. We've got the least fairy mon in the entire game. We have Granville. Now, decent fairy because it's quite bulky and one of the few physical fairies in the game, which is also nice as it gets Intimidate. So we've got Intimidate options, which is nice. It gets Quick Feet as well, which could be useful because it's got 45 speed. Could potentially outspeed some threats on the team depending on, like, you know, matchups and all that kind of stuff. Gets quite decent. You can be heal. We can be a bulky heal bell set with Raw, Toxic, you know, gets Taunt as well. Gets Curse, which could really become useful to just never die. Be defensive option teams. Obviously get Play Rough, Outrage. Probably one of the few fairy types which actually get a Dragon type move, which could be useful. Obviously gets normal type moves, Fight type move, Crunch, Earthquake, Ice Fang, Power Punch, Rock Slide, Super Power. You know, again, it's gonna be another bulkier option on the team, definitely a defensive, more bulkier option with 75 defense, 90 HP. But Granville is here to be the dog, the fairy type on the team, which we really need because we've got. Unfortunately, we don't have a dragon type on our team, but we have the opportunity to re-roll and get a dragon at some point. Now, we know we had Charizard X, but you know. It is what it is. If we get a different dragon type, let's say we had a Mega Altaria, could have been fine. Or just, you know, we don't have a Mega on our team. But it's fine because we can use Z, we can Dynamax, we can do all these things, so we should be okay. Now next up, we've got another bulky boy. We've got Licky Licky again. A mon I've always wanted to try and use before. Never got the chance to. So today is that day. So we've got a backup wish support. If Vaporeon just doesn't have a good matchup, we can go, oh, we can use Licky Licky instead, which is fantastic. Also get Belly Drum, so we could Belly Drum. Does it get Baton Pass? It doesn't get Baton Pass. You okay? But that is fine because we can, you know, Belly Drum up with a trick. Try and get a Trick Room up and just. That's not going to work, is it? But it's fine because it's got decent attack and special, so it can be on mixed, which is fantastic because it gets Body Press, which is good because it's been a good defensive option. We get, you know, Power Whip, Power Up Punch, Knock Off, Gyro Ball, then Headbutt, Steamroller. It gets a lot of Self Destruct, Wrap. You know, it gets a lot of physical type moves and special type moves. I think it gets a lot as well. It gets Blizzard, Fire Blast, Hydro Pump, Shadow Ball, Surf, Thunderbolt, Belch, Bubble Beam. You know, it gets a lot of different moves. This Licky Licky could be a slept on Mon. Because it gets Oblivious as well, so it can't be taunted, so we can just wish for days. Get Cloud9 if we've got against a weather team. We've got Own Tempo, just in case, you know, they want to play Confusion Strats, because PIDA can be wild and Confusion Strat could be a viable option 1 week. So we've got Licky Licky, our bulky boy. What that tongue do though? So we've got bulky options on the team. So we've got quite a bulky team, really. Because what? Ho-Oh's bulky, Magneton's bulky, Vaporeon's bulky, Granville's bulky, Licky Licky bulky, Persimon's kind of bulky. So barring Darkrai, which is a bit frail, Hoopa's a bit frail, Weevil, Salazal a bit frail, we've got a mixed bag of Mons. I ain't too mad. But next up we've got Maractus. We have a Maractus. Now, Maractus, 106 special attack. That's the only thing that's got good. 60 speed, not the best, not the worst. You know, you rarely ever see Maractus ever used ever. Even in like LTC, you rarely see this pink, green cactus do any work. But it gets Water Absorb, it gets Chlorophyll and Storm Train, which could come in very useful if we get hack ones. You know, Storm Drain, Salazal. What about it? Chlorophyll. You know, we're up against a Sun team. We could put Chlorophyll on this and get a Dynamax one, which has, you know, gets a fire type move. Bam, Chlorophyll. I'm a super speedy boy. That's what Maractus does. So a decent amount of moves. I don't know what like special moves it gets. Oh, now I know why this team's not drafted. It's got great special attack, but it's got no freaking special type moves that aren't Stab or Weather Ball. Nice. Physical wise, it gets Drain Punch, Poison Jab, Grassy Glide, Knock Off. Could come in useful. It's got 80. It's got 80. Is it 86? 86 attack. Could come in useful. It gets Spikes. I think this is our only hazard setter. So if we want to bring hazards, we've got to bring Spikes. Maractus. Oh my god. But it's fine. This is part of our 5 water grass core, which isn't great, not gonna lie, but if we get like what's it called? Tier shift, this mon's gonna be broken. We're gonna get plus 40 in every stat. So it'll be 100 speed, 146 special attack. You know, it's gonna be decent at that point. It's gonna have no moves, but it'll be decent. So that is it, Maractus. Now our tier 12 pick, we have a very fast boy. We've got Floatzel. Now again, Floatzel, interesting one. Never really seen used other than like LTC and stuff. Decent mon. Again, one of my, I want to say I like Floatzel. Never really got a chance to use it. I've used it in a Nuzlocke before, I believe, but it lasts that long, so I didn't use it much. But it's decent speed, physical attacker with, you know, Power Up Punch, Liquidation, Ice Fang, Ice Punch, Iron Tail, Rock Tomb. You know, it's got some beneficial guide in it. It's got 85 special attack, So it could run Focus Mist if you really wanted to run a special set. You know, it gets Bulk Up, Roar, Toxic, Taunt, Aqua Ring, Rain Dance, Swift Swim. You know, be the speediest otter. Is it an otter? I think it's an otter. Well, anyway, it's a speedy boy. Floatzel could, you know, we get bonus tokens if we get kills with Granville, Licky, Maractus, and Floatzel. So, you know, it encourages you to use your terrible mons to get more tokens to respin those big boys at the top. So, that is our team for PIDA Season 4. Week 1, we're up against Valiant D in Camo Mons. So, we're going to be hopefully going to try and get all these games like uploaded to the channel, because you guys seem to really enjoy the PIDA announcement video. If you guys enjoy this video, then PIDA, all my games will be uploaded to the channel. Try and get like, depending on who we play, we could do like a collab, because we did one with Nico last season with our was it PIDA Hackmons game, which I really enjoyed. So if that happens again, we can try and do that again. If you guys want to see it, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you do enjoy the content, like, comment, subscribe. We are so close to 200 subscribers. We're 8 away. Come on guys, let's push for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!